Hey everybody, it's Alexander Dahl with Manifest Brutality once again. So I have another interview ready, so we'll go ahead and jump straight into that one. Here you go, enjoy. All right, so I'm currently on the phone here with Eater of Days. He's one of the musicians that reached out to me about the interview series. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a chance to introduce himself.
Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? Eater of Days.
Nice. Very short. I like it.
Yeah.
So give me a little bit of background about yourself. How did you first find and discover music, and what was it about music that made it an important thing that you wanted to have in your life?
Well, locked up 2 years in a boys' home, about the border of Massachusetts. They had a drum course. Used to thunder in the valley on the farm. I used to wake up every morning here and then practicing and stuff. So, I kind of went and got intrigued into it. Did my audition and beat out 4 other people for quads. Got me, pretty much started in it. Wanted to be a marching band drummer.
Awesome. I have a marching drum background myself. So being a part of the drum corps and learning music that way, how did you kind of finesse that into a more expressive statement into like contemporary music?
16 came around, I grew up a little bit, got out, picked up a guitar, because of Dimebag Darrell from Pantera. And that, drove me to start playing guitar and did that for probably 20 plus years. Took music theory and music business and things in college, which didn't get me much far. Hoping better out of that, but, music's hard. So.
Yeah, definitely. So, during your college phase, when you were working on, learning guitar and everything, were you working with bands at that point, or was it more still like a learning process?
By that point, I had already pretty much taught myself how to play through tablature. Playing stuff like Godsmack and Shine Down, Static X, System of a Down. They didn't quite like that in college, but, I eventually started a band called Bleeding the Masses.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of fell apart, as most bands do in the beginning.
Yeah, but it's definitely hard to, keep band members together and everything. What was that process like, getting that band together, writing, and then how did that eventually fall apart?
That writing was tough. I get together with 3 or 4 guys, in a garage, middle of winter, no heat,
Mm-hmm.
and it was writing a song is probably the hardest thing I've ever come to do. I've gotten better over the years, but it's you need inspiration, I think. Some type of focal point to work from. But it all came to a head when the drummer decided he didn't want to work. He's the guy that answered my ad, and he got me hooked up with the guys that I had. And he decided to take off with some girl, and that was the end of that for the most part.
Unfortunately, that's another common scenario. So once that kind of broke apart and you were kind of back starting from square one, did you kind of like change what your expectations were going to be going into a new project, or did you kind of put yourself into limbo while you kind of searched around? What was your thought process after that?
I was frustrated, almost gave up a couple of times. I did a lot of auditions for a lot of bands in the area where I live, got denied a lot. Just still kept going and plugging away at it. But, it took a lot of years up until probably last year, maybe 2019, late 2019, when I got together with some new guys. Things have been rolling since.
Okay. And how did you find the new people that you're playing with?
I put an ad out, Craigslist kind of thing. It was kind of attracted some people. What really got it was talking to a guy named Ryan Barber. He's with a band called Subsidian in Texas. He hooked me up with the guys that I'm with now, for my band now, Nebula Bird. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you guys were forming, or once you were getting together with them and forming a new project, what was the discussion like about what it was going to be, what style of music it was, and then like where you wanted to go with it?
Well, we're all big metal fans. You know, a lot of Pantera, like, and Lamb of God. So we were destined to go down that road. We've got more of a funk sound to it, or like Pantera funk kind of mix thing. So it really just came together. There was no real thought on what we were gonna write. We just started playing, and it just kind of clicked.
Okay.
So,
And then are you guys in a studio or do you self-record? What is like your production process?
well, at my house, I got a home studio running with the Reaper DAW,
Hmm.
and pretty much everybody's equipment's there. We just mic what we have to, doing just some home recordings. We're trying to set up to go down to Cat Studios down here in Syracuse, and do some recording. We need about four more songs before we go and do any recording. About six made so far, but it's really just doing home recordings for now, just until we get everything together and get prepared to go into the studio.
Sure. And so when you look at like a release schedule, are you thinking like more of your standard EP release kind of thing? Or do you think you'll kind of look at like trickling them out digitally? Like what would be your ideal format to release your music in?
Probably just getting a whole album together would be my favorite thing to do. I'd love to just do an EP, but the guys in Wiz, they want to do the whole thing at once. So,
Hmm.
it's a give and take between everybody. We haven't really, like I said, once we get situated with the music, then we'll decide then where we're going to head with that. Whether or not to do an EP or a full album. But we're gunning for a full album at least.
Sure, definitely. So, where would you like to see your music career progress to? Whether it be with this band or, excelling into something else, whether it be adding or changing the style of music that you make, like, where would you like to see yourself progress to?
Well, at this moment, my second side project kind of fell apart. We were headed towards the industrial metal thing, like Ministry, Skinny Puppy, um, Electric Hellfire Club kind of thing. Well, to revive that industrial genre that nobody really made too big. I mean, Nine Inch Nails came through, Ministry came through, and it was kind of lackluster. So I was hoping to revive that genre
Hmm.
and go
Definitely.
down that road.
For sure. Do you have like a really strong music scene around you where, once you get it together, you'll be able to get out there, do shows, and pull people in?
Somewhat, yeah. The pandemic's been killing everybody right now.
Hmm.
Where I'm at, it's a lot of cover bands. There are a few groups out there that are originals. We're hoping to join that with crews at the moment, but until this pandemic lifts, we can't get out to get anywhere.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
That's definitely been a downer for, the music industry as a whole, whether it be, your mainstream people trying to get out and do multi-million dollar tours or even just the little guy trying to get out and play like club shows. Like it's tough.
yeah, we'd take anything right about now. I mean, we know some people in the city here that can get us shows booked at the local venues and stuff. The guys I worked with have opened for bigger acts like Kitty and Guar and Iltap and stuff. So, once everything cools out with this, we should be able to get an opening spot somewhere.
Awesome. Very cool. So, what are some really important moments to you that have happened regarding music, whether it be like a show that you've went to or some other event that's made an impact on you?
Oh, geez, there's a lot of them. Woodstock '99 was a big one for me. But go see that show. Pledge Allegiance tour for the 9/11 benefit in Albany was a really big show for me. And transitioning to vocals, come to find out I'm pretty good at that and
Hmm.
didn't know it. So that's the goal now is to work on that, keep plugging away with what we're doing with the people I'm with. But really, it's just some of the concerts I've seen. I've seen so many shows and so many bands and met so many famous people. It just keeps pushing me to try harder.
Sure,
I'm hoping
definitely.
one of these days that I get to play Fest in Germany for 800,000 people. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, that'd
Just,
be very cool.
yeah, I do it for free if they invited me.
For sure. So, where can people check out what kind of music you're working on? Do you have stuff out there that people can click on?
Yeah, if you go to Facebook, you could look up me or Supplemented Misery, which was a group that I had going. We're on Facebook. You just type in Supplemented Misery, you should be able to find some of that. I haven't posted much of anything from Nebula Burn just because the other guys really don't want to release anything until everything's recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So, about the best you could do is check out the old Supplemented Misery, which just kind of fell apart during the pandemic. Right about now. Other than that, the Eater of Days is on YouTube. One of the original songs I first wrote is on there. Muddy mess, but first thing I ever did by myself. So.
Sure, definitely. So I always like to give the person I'm interviewing the opportunity to have their last word and put out a message that you feel resonates with you, that you think is important.
Well, hey, keep trying. Everybody keep plugging away. The day will come or it may not. But as long as everybody's got the drive and the will, then eventually someday it'll happen. Right now, my goal is just to get an album made and play on stage. The open mics just ain't doing it. So just everybody keep working at it. Don't give up.